Welcome back to another episode of Rock Boys Football Friday afternoon, and some massive news for the Auburn Tiger fans coming out of the recruiting trail as three-star offensive lineman Tai Buster commits to the Auburn Tigers. And a lot of the Auburn fans have been rocking with the fellas for the last couple of months. Know what I'm going to say, and that is, as much as the attention goes to guys like Cam Coleman, Perry Thompson, Walker White coming into this program, and you guys know how big of a fan I am of all three of those names I just listed, I continue to be impressed with what Hugh Freeze is doing on the offensive line. Make no mistake about it, Hugh Freeze has cut his teeth in this conference. He knows what it takes to win in the SEC, and it starts on the line of scrimmage. And you look at what Auburn's done on both the offensive line and the defensive line, the last two classes, they're doing a really nice job. And Tai Buster's just another name that I think really excites a lot of Auburn fans in terms of what Hugh Freeze and this Auburn program are doing on the line of scrimmage. Want to get into the film, talk a little bit about what Tai Buster brings to this Auburn program. Before we do, and as always, just want to say thank you to you guys. And many of you all know two things. One, I love talking the high school recruiting trail. We've been talking a lot of Auburn football. The amount of support the Auburn Tiger fans continue to show to the boys, whether we're talking the transfer portal, whether we're talking the high school recruiting trail, cannot thank you guys enough. If y'all do enjoy the content, consider subscribing to the channel. Your guys' support allows me to do what I do, and I am forever grateful for that. And without further ado, let's get into Tai Buster, and a really intriguing prospect that plays left tackle at the high school level. Certainly a guy that you probably think would kick in to the inside at the next level. A guy that carries 280 pounds extremely well, almost looks like a tight end with the athleticism that he plays with at that offensive line position. And what most intriguing about Tai Buster is there's a lot of offensive linemen who might have that size coming out of high school, don't really have the athleticism. And Tai Buster is a guy that he certainly has the athleticism, probably got to put a little bit more size on him, but his athleticism allows you to do a lot of different things with him as an offensive lineman. He's really good at working to the second level. He's really good at executing those reach blocks, pulling around, because the athleticism and the get off that he has. There's a lot of really good offensive linemen that don't have that kind of versatility in how you want to use Tai Buster. Tai Buster is a guy that brings you that kind of versatility. Now, getting into the film, you're going to kind of see it on full display. He just moves a little different than a lot of high school offensive linemen that we watch film of. You fire it up right here at that left tackle spot. The first thing that really jumps out is just how smooth of an operator he is, but you make no mistake about it, right? Getting to the second level, very good athlete in space when it comes to making blocks at the next level. But when he gets engaged, I mean, you don't really get away from him. He's a guy that has very, very strong hands, a guy that you don't really get off of his blocks. But again, you see the athleticism. You see him play with low pads. Again, some of those reach blocks where he has to go multiple gaps to find bodies, he executes it at an extremely high level. You see right here in pass protection, one, really good feat, two, low center of gravity, right? You're talking about an offensive lineman that's only 6'3". We see a lot of offensive linemen coming out that are more 6'5", 6'6". Tai Buster at only 6'3", what's that allow him to do? Play with low pads and be able to absorb contact at a very high level. He plays with good leverage, eats this guy up, really good flexibility in the hips. And again, you're not getting away from Tai Buster when he becomes engaged with you. I think that's one of my favorite aspects that he brings to the table. And you see a multitude of different ways that they ask Tai Buster to get involved as a blocker. You see the down block here. As much as we're talking about his athleticism, he's a guy that is extremely powerful, loves putting people in the dirt. You see him right here. I mean, he's one of those offensive linemen that you just want on your offensive line because of the energy that he plays with. You continue to work through the film, and you just see multiple different ways that Tai Buster can be utilized as an offensive lineman. He's got the power game. You see him continue to work up. Again, really, really strong hands, strong lower body. But you also see him operate in space at a really high level too. And I think that's probably what's most intriguing about Tai Buster is the different ways that you can get him involved in the run game. You see, again, very, very powerful, consistently putting people in the dirt, looking for the next body to get after. Big fan of Tai Buster. You see him in this play. I mean, tell me an offensive lineman that is able to get to the second level and get a hat on a hat like Tai Buster does. And again, when he's engaged, he's putting guys into the dirt. You take a look at this Auburn class in 2025. doing a phenomenal job, right? A top 8 class. You add Tai Buster. Look at where the commitments are coming from. Malik Autry, one of the most dominant defensive linemen that we have in this 2025 class. Jakaleb Falk on the outside, a guy that is going to be, I think, elite at that jack linebacker spot. Jordan Crawford on the defensive line. Tavares Dice coming from Langston Hughes. What they're doing along the line of scrimmage is really standing out. And we kind of saw Hugh Freeze flex his recruiting chops in terms of quarterbacks and wide receivers. If you're a quarterback, if you're a wide receiver, you're going to want to come play for the Hugh Freeze offense. But I think what's most impressive is what they're doing along the line of scrimmage on both sides of the football. It's a clear emphasis for Hugh Freeze, and he's certainly getting it done as well. We'll keep this one short. Wanted to hop on, update you guys on the latest Auburn Tiger commitment. Appreciate y'all rocking with the fellas. If you guys do enjoy the content, consider subscribing to the channel. Appreciate you guys, and we'll talk to y'all later.